Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm still playing Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. Now it's gotten a little chaotic at the end of the last of the dungeon. The dungeon was the first day of the Endgame Waking Nightmares. Now it turned out, I didn't read that, but I read that now, and it turned out that basically it was all a dream. But still we take all these massive damages here, which is a little weird. And now our goal is, we want to go to the Glenumbra Moors, because there was a massive battle, and we assume that Deslandra will do necromancy there and try to basically awake all the fallen soldiers from that battle, and that will then give her a massive army to do a lot of evil. Now day 2 is actually not really a quest, it's just this weird preparation for the next battle, which is then day 3, and I found that pretty confusing, and there I had a problem at the end of the last video. So set the round counter to 1, we did that, and then it says to prepare for the next battle you may choose any number of times to increase the round counter by 1 or increase unrest by 2. Now I did that too, I increased unrest by 2. Each time you do this, each adventurer may remove 1 die from their cooldown track and also do one of the following. So I removed 2 dice from him, and I can do that because I'm not sure if I can do that. It said I did that intercept intelligence. Your close-up view of Deslandra's operations has allowed you to better prepare for battle and avoid the traps she's sure to lay in the moors. Each adventurer may select 2 of the individual options, including the same option twice each time the round counter or unrest is increased. Alright, so I think I can do... I did heal with this guy in addition to removing a die. And if I want to remove the second die, which I actually did, so wait a second, this was all a little weird, right? So what happened is, we basically, I think it was like that, and these things were both drained. So usually at the end of the battle, I think these should go here. I'm not sure what happens if you can't do that, because... Or do they go back in the active... I think they might actually go back in the active slots. You know, I think they actually go back in the available slots. Drained dice. Let me quickly check that. I think drained dice don't go in the cooldown, or do they? Let's see, end of battle. Recover all drained skill dice. I think they go back in here. Alright. So then I can remove 1 die. I want to remove this over fatigue. Alright. And now what? It's interesting, all this stuff is still in the cooldown, so I basically have the advantages from this, although I'm going to the next quest, which also feels a little weird, but I think that's what happens. I don't think they are removed at the end of the battle. I don't think so. Okay, so with her I did heal, and then I can also do, so I remove 1, let's finish this guy first. Can I heal? I got, yeah. Okay, so I will heal. That's the first thing I do. I remove this thing, and then I healed. And as a second action, because of this specific rule, I can now, I think I cannot heal again, or can I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I can. So I'm going to heal a second time. Okay, that's it. He's done now. And then it's her. And she, whoop, I think she should be at full health. Because she also healed. But I did not do a second action with her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her 2 bonus experience points. Now she's got a ton of experience points, and we got to figure out what we want to do with that. And then at the end we get an additional experience point at the end of the day for that. So therefore this goes up, I guess. That's an additional point. And then yeah, we can now spend the experience point and then prepare for the final battle. Well, I have to say over here, I'm actually kind of happy with the dice that I have, more or less. I think what I want to simply do is, I'm going to spend, I got a ton, I got 7 XP that I can spend. I want to spend 5 to increase this, my cooldown, and then I'm actually thinking about spending the rest, the remaining 2, to get another stamina, to get another life point. I think that brings me in a better shape. That's not a bad thing in my opinion. And over here, I think I got 3 experience, if I'm not mistaken, that I can use to do something. And I feel I also just simply want to increase my hit points. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. So, all right, and fine. Yeah, the problem is this massive stuff down here, but okay, we'll see how we can handle that. So that's pretty much it, and now I feel we're done with this. We're ready to go to day 3. This is the last day. Breathless, you reach Glenumbra Moors, afraid you're too late. As you predicted, you find Deslandra here already engaged in necromantic rituals. Bodies pop forth from the loam like grisly flowers. You call out an appeal to the wood elf's better nature, and she turns to face you, an otherworldly glint in her eye. Trust me, I don't wish to disturb these souls any more than you do, she says. The greater good at times requires the participation of the unwilling. I need ample protection and enforcement to accomplish my work of severing Tamriel from the realms of Aetherius, and my soldiers of the void are not enough. These brave fallen warriors will be. Don't worry, when magic is banished from this world, no one will be able to disturb their rest ever again. You stare back defiantly. She sighs. Very well, she says. Clearly, you'll have to take my word for it. Maybe you'll even have to join them. The revived bodies start to lurch in your direction. Okay, so now we got to set up a delve. End of session difficulty EP, Placing the clash tile adjacent to the entrance tile as shown. That this one here, I guess? In the well, as well as 2 specific 3-hex delve tiles with icons matching those shown in the diagram. Yeah, okay, so it's like this. No enemies deploy to these 2 tiles during setup. So I think we're talking about these 2 tiles. But caches are placed as indicated. Deploy quest unit Udex or videos on hex A and quest unit Chalzuk Gra Magul to hex B. Non-quest enemies deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest, not exceeding their health stat. Huh? Okay, so we got at the moment 5 unrest. Non-quest enemies deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest, not exceeding their health stat. Okay. Scout adventurers may treat this setup as clash for the purpose. Okay, that doesn't really matter. All right. Okay, so I think when a non-quest enemy is defeated while it is occupying the clash tile, its chip is flipped so that the opposite side's enemy is now face up and remains in its hex. Enemies with 0 hit points do not take turns, nor can they be targeted. They may receive healing and function as normal upon being healed. At the end of each round, all units with 0 hit points heal for hit points equal to the current round. Oh boy. And that may exceed their health stat. Okay, you can explore hexes as normal. Enemies deployed to delve tiles deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest, not exceeding their health stat. After each time a sky shard is gained, you may decrease unrest by up to 2. At this time, you may decrease unrest by an additional 1 if each adventurer gains 1 light fatigue. This may be done multiple times. Okay. If a sky shard is gained while unrest is at 0, quest unit Lich Desandra deploys to the closest unoccupied hex to the adventurer who gained the sky shard. She deploys with full hit points. Once Lich Desandra has been deployed, no additional delve tiles can be deployed. Lich Desandra ignores enemies with 0 hit points when triggering quest unit skill Penumbra. Oh my goodness. Each adventurer gains the following class ability. Purify Corpse. Remove an enemy in range with 0 hit points from the battle. The tenacity cost for this ability is equal to the health stat of the enemy. When triggering this ability, adventurers may untrain stat tokens or skill dice from their attribute area, reducing the tenacity cost by 1 for each stat token or skill. Oh my goodness. My goodness, this is ridiculous. Oh god, this is super complicated. Let's see. Okay, we did something. We did the eliminate agent, if I remember that right. The old wizard Udex Ovidius was not faithful in his service to the Mage's Guild and not alive for this service to Deslandra. So this guy does not deploy. And then we had Intercept Intelligence. Your intel has provided a detailed diagram of the moors, allowing you to avoid any perilous traps that lay ahead. Remove all trap delve cards from the delve decks. Then shuffle the delve deck. Alright, I think this is all we had And yeah, so seems we gotta do this somehow. Wow. Okay, so I deployed the enemies here. This is pretty tricky, and it's really, I mean, the rules are quite confusing to me. So I think what happens is, if we kill an enemy, so we reduce, so first of all, they all deployed with a maximum of 5 hit points, because that's the unrest. Unrest level is 5 at the moment. So the thing is, if I kill an enemy, his marker is flipped and he has 0 hit points. However, at the start, no, at the end of each round, all the units with 0 hit points will heal to the unrest level, so back to 5 points. And that may then exceed their actual hit points. That wasn't possible for now, or was it? No, for now it could not exceed that. So for example, this guy here, this Guar, only has 3 hit points. But in case he should come back later into the game, which means he needs to flip twice basically, he would then come back with the hit points that would be shown here. If I understand that right. Okay, that's only a small part of the whole thing. We have to do a delve. So we can enter a dungeon here or back there, and from there we can explore the dungeon. If we find a sky shard, or for each sky shard found, we can decrease unrest by up to 2. And if each adventurer gets a light fatigue, we can decrease this by an additional 1. And we could do this multiple times. So that influences the amount of hit points that killed units will heal at the end of the turn. Okay, so basically, if we bring this down to 0, the units that we killed will not come back. Okay. If we manage to bring the unrest to 0, then this lander will deploy at full hit points. And then, to kill her, she will constantly do this penumbra thing, which means she will basically always jump to the weakest enemy. So we can basically only kill her if we kill all enemies, but she will obviously not jump to an enemy with 0 hit points. Alright, and then we got over here Chazuk Gra Magul. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be who that is. If that is maybe Deslandra just in a special form or something. I don't know that. Unbridled. I wonder what that means. Before this unit deals damage, roll a d6. If the result is 3 to 6, the damage is rolled will be dealt as true damage, and this unit deals 1 additional true damage to each adventurer. If this battle takes place in High Rock, also increased... Oh, fuck, dude. unrest by 1 on a result of 3 to 6. Alright, so this is really bad. I have a feeling a lot of things are really bad. Okay, but this can only happen, I think, it happens before this unit deals damage. So if she doesn't do damage, we don't have to roll the die, right? It feels a little bit weird. It doesn't say before it activates or something, it says before this unit deals damage. Which is very unspecific. Technically that could happen right now, right? Before, I mean, this is really weird. But I think it is, if she would deal damage at that specific point, we roll the die. Yeah. So first we have to roll if it deals damage at all, and then we roll the die to check what exactly happens. So as long as she does not deal any damage, we're good. But she also has the aggressive ability, which means she re-rolls missed damage dice once. Oh dear. There's a lot of problems. We got 3 level 20 units, the Goblin Butcher, the Storm Atronach, and the Harpy. Alright, and then these 4 level 1 guys, these should not be a big deal, and an Ogre here, level 10, aggressive, native. That's tough. This is tough. Okay, so let's bring this game to an end. I start with her again, and I kind of try to develop a little bit of a plan. So my basic idea is, first of all, I want to get rid of this one here, Charzuk Gra Nagul, because this unbridled thing means that before this unit deals damage, roll a d6. If the result is 3 to 6, the damage will be as true damage, alright? But that's not the thing. If this battle takes place in High Rock, also increase unrest by 1 on a result of 3 to 6. And that's a problem, because basically you could argue our main goal for now is to get rid of the unrest. Because if we get rid of the unrest, if we then kill the creatures, they will respawn. They basically won't respawn. Because they have no hit points left. So we want to kill this enemy first. And I'm thinking about more or less ignoring the creatures, except for that, and trying to basically just start immediately doing the delve, exploring new tiles, and just hope to find the sky shards as soon as possible, which then allows us to reduce the unrest, and then we can still kill the creatures, right? That's the thing, basically. That's the plan. Okay. So what I want to do first is, to make this possible, I want to move with her 2 spaces. I want to move with her here. And then, let me see. First of all, I'm going to use my Hickory Ice Staff. Let me see about that. I think I want to Gotta think about that a little bit. We also got this one, which is neat. So the most important part for me now is I want to use the Calm and Fury and basically teleport to a hex somewhere back here. And this is possible if I roll this. So to get better odds that we can roll this, and by the way, this goes back in here because we're at the start of the turn. So to make better odds that we can roll that, I also want to roll my Power Stone, which allows me to choose a side. I want to roll the Pacify to... do I want to do that? I'm not sure about that. Let's put that back in. I think I definitely want to roll this to give this guy a possible extra attack. That allows, yeah, see, I remember. These are things that allow me to summon creatures, but I don't necessarily want to do that for the moment. And so then I could consider this one, which would allow me maybe to do damage against the Harpy. If I make this explode, I can deal damage to the Harpy. So this looks like these are options that I might want to follow through with. So actually I decide to instead use the option to do a mesmerize instead of this of making this explode. And then I'm gonna drain one of these dice and I'm gonna grab a status die. And now let's see. I feel like maybe the Storm Atronach seems to be the most dangerous creature here because it has a range of 5 and it has 4 attack dice. So this thing is really, really rough. And yeah, I think I want to try to target this and maybe give him some kind of status die here. Alright, so let's see what we get here. And this could all go horribly wrong if I just fuck that up here. And that is actually a problem because I didn't manage to roll a good result with my Power Stone, and I also didn't manage to roll the teleport result. So this is already a serious issue here. And so I think what I want to do is I want to give the mesmerize to this guy. That slows him down, but I will get hits from the Harpy and from this dude here, from the Ogre. So that is bad. This goes in here. A Bane status. I can give a Bane status to someone. Let's see. It has to be the target, I think, if I'm not mistaken. To your target, yeah. So therefore this guy gets also the Bane status. So at the start of each turn he loses a hit point. And then I get 2 tenacity, which is pretty bad. I really didn't want that. Alright. Yeah, that was bad because exactly these 2 dice were the things that I did not want to show tenacity. So now the question is, what am I going to do? I have 5 tenacity here, so maybe I can do something crazy here. Yeah, so I think I know what I want to do. I'm going to do the power surge. I can spend any amount of, so I got to spend 1 tenacity and then spend any amount of additional tenacity. Choose an adventurer to recover the leftmost number of dice from their cooldown track equal to the additional amount spent plus 1. Alright, so therefore I'm going to spend exactly 2, which allows me to recover these 2 dice. Oh. And if I now take 2 light fatigue, I can do another engage. So I'm going to simply roll these dice again and hope for another success. And let me see, what else do I want to do? I might consider draining another combat die and maybe, could also use this thing, Wall of Elements against the Harpy. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, let's do that. I'm going to use the Wall of Elements and again these 2 other dice with my second attempt here, and yeah, let's go for that. Oh, come on, that's ridiculous. Again, the same issue. Again, I rolled 2 tenacity. Wow, that's really fucked up. Now the funny thing is, I think I could do this again. No, you can only do this once per turn. These things you can only use once per turn. So that was extremely unlucky. Okay, I rolled this. Now let's see what that actually does. Wow, I mean, that is really, I'm a little pissed already. Incredible. Really incredible. I mean, what were the odds here? You know, there's only 2 sides basically that mess up this Power Stone. And also, come on. That was so unlucky. Alright, then I rolled this elemental, this Wall of Elements here. And let's see what that does to us. Apply a maim status die to 1 enemy in range. Okay. So the maim, when this unit rolls combat skill dice, the total damage rolled is reduced by half, then rounded down. Okay, that I think is something I might want to use probably either against the Ogre or against the Harpy. I think maybe the Ogre is even more dangerous in this regard. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to place this over here. All right. Okay, so this was my second combat die. So now I don't have another combat die. And no, actually, you know what? This is not. I did not roll this. I used the Wall of Elements. That's something different. So this is drained now. This goes away. And I still have a combat die that I could drain to use my Hickory Ice Staff. Okay. So these 2 are not that dangerous anymore. But still it sucks, obviously. I could, of course, try another attempt, another engage. So here's the thing, I got a cooldown of 5, which is pretty massive. So I could actually consider saying, hey, maybe I'm just going to simply really try. Wait a minute, this thing has only 3. You know what? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my Dark Exchange. I'm going to spend 3 tenacity. I'm going to remove 3 tenacity, 3, it's only 2 hit points. I always mess this up. I always thought it would be 3, but it's only 2. Well, then let me see. I mean, this guy will attack me, and the harpy will attack me. That sucks. How bad is the harpy? Has a massive shield. I think it's not going to be possible for me to kill it. So yeah, actually, I think I want to do the Dark Exchange simply for the reason I need more life points if I will get attacked by all these guys now. So, let's see. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take 2 life points from the harpy and simply place them underneath me. So now I'm in a better shape, and it's gonna be hard for these other guys to actually kill me. And you know, can I make this thing explode now and then? It's a bit crazy, but I could give it a try. And maybe I can even kill the harpy. Eventually, it will transform into the giant bat, right? So I'm kind of thinking about that. I mean, it's not such a big difference, so I'm not even sure if it's worth it for the moment. But I could, of course, avoid that attack if I could kill it. But it would give me a couple of new... It would give me 2 more fatigue, probably 2 dice, and I'm already, nah, I don't think I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here and hope that I just survive. So then, my idea is, so I'm going to activate this guy here, and he can take back these 4 dice. And I still want to follow through with the plan and try to kill this lady here, because otherwise the unrest will just go up, and this is really a problem. So let's see if we can do that. So first, I got 4 free movement here. And then I got, let's see, this is an interesting one, the acrobatics. Oh no, that's the rapid maneuver here. So that says you may move through enemies. After moving, deal 2 damage to each enemy you moved through. So that's pretty cool. And then we got this one, which says, oh man, this is the relentless. While in your cooldown track, if you are in this battle position at the end of your turn, you may roll 1 enemy combat die against each adjacent enemy individually. Roll damage is true damage. I mean, this is all pretty good. So let's go back there for now. So first I can move up to 4 spaces, and if I move through an enemy, I can deal 2 damage to that enemy. Okay, so these 2 are pretty much useless because they are so powerful. So this is a colossal. 1, 2, 3, 4. I could even move on then. I got up to 5 additional movement here. So I can basically, yeah, I think I want to do that. So I think the colossal means that they only lose a maximum of 1 hit point per turn. But I mean, you got to start some, no, that's not it. Additional hit points equal to the total number of combat skill dice. Okay, so that doesn't really matter for the moment, I think. Wait a second. I think actually this thing might have more colossal. Yeah, this thing gets 2 more dice. 2 more hit points. The maximum hit points is the unrest level, and it deploys with additional hit points equal to the number of combat skill dice trained by us, which is an insane amount, obviously. So, I mean, it would have like 20 hit points or something, which is completely ridiculous. But the maximum number is 5, so there we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna start moving. So I'm gonna move 1, 2. There, the 2 damage doesn't do anything. 3, 4. I'm gonna do 2 damage against this guy here. So this is removed. So this is the movement. I'm basically here now. This is the movement from these, my free movement. And now I can move on. I got still 5 movement left. So I can move here 1. And I'm going to remove 1 here because he's got 1 armor, the Orc Bandit. And I do 2 damage. 2, 3. So I deal 2 damage against the wolf. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I cannot move on to that lady, right? That's not possible. But I'm standing there, and that's pretty good. Because now I can attack this guy or this lady, Chazuk Gra Magul. So I definitely have a couple of issues here. The thing is, I really want to kill her now, right? That's pretty important for me. But if I use like, I don't know, 4 of these dice, it will really take a while until I can get them. I mean, it takes me like 2 turns. I would not have these dice available, which sucks, obviously. So, I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. Maybe I should go with this. I really don't want to do any overkill or something. So maybe I should play it like kind of slowly. Okay, like I got like 8 dice. Now if I... Do I want to play the balanced blade? Maybe that actually makes sense. So in case I get over fatigue, yeah. Alright, so, you know, I think I'm going to use these 3. And if things go wrong, I might still try a second attack. Now, I'm not quite sure about that, but we'll see. I'm going to use these 3, and if I roll lucky, maybe I can do an execution. Let me just quickly check if I can do this against quest unit. Nope, there you go. That's a non-quest enemy. So that means this thing is actually totally pointless. All right. What about the cleave? The cleave might work better. Yeah. Yeah, I can use this. So, okay, let's go with these 2 dice here and hope for the best. That is pretty good. That is pretty good. That should do it. So, let's see. We got the cleave here. This is deal damage to your target equal to your current hit points. Wow, that is really great. So that means I got 8 hit points. So that kills her. Okay. Deal half that damage to all other enemies adjacent to you. So that kills the wolf. Now the wolf is flipped and is placed here. Now for some reason I'm quite sure that this lady does not come back, right? I mean that, I don't think so. I think she is gone. The wolf is flipped and he will become a bear next turn. All right. There we go. Okay, let's see. What else? We got this thing here. I don't need that. Deal 4 damage to your target. Yeah, this is not necessary. I'm going to put that just in here. No, just like this, I guess. Alright, and I would gain a tenacity, which I don't need. Okay. Well, okay, I still have 2 of these available, which is good. I managed to kill this creature, which is great. Interrupt. After defeating a level 10 or 20 enemy or a quest unit, gain a stealth status die. Now, is that actually something I even want? By opposing units that were adjacent to it at the start of the current turn. The problem is, if after this unit deals damage, this die is removed. So yeah, why not? I'm going to take it for this turn, and that means obviously everybody goes against her. But, you know, maybe I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with that. I'm going to take the stealth die, which is this symbol here, but it's going to be removed at the end of the turn, right? No, it says after this unit deals damage, this die is removed. So I got to remember that for now the die goes in here, but I got to remember when I deal damage, the die goes away. Okay. So, what was that even? Ah, it was that one. Yeah, because I defeated a stealth unit, so a quest unit. So I'm going to give 1 away, and that might be helpful. Fine. We got the riposte 2, and I think I take damage from killing that wolf. Each turn, the first time this unit is dealt damage by an adjacent opposing unit, this unit, if I defeat it with 1 single attack, I'm okay. That was good. So that was just great. That worked out well. Her turn, not so much. All right. Now let's see what happens next. So first of all, when exactly will these guys stand up again? They cannot be targeted. They may receive healing. What? The chip is flipped so that the upper side is now face up and remains in his hex. They may receive healing and function as normal. What? At the end of each round, all units with 0 hit points heal for hit points equal to the current round. Oh, I see. So that's actually not so terribly impressive. Oh man, wait a second. This is not so... I kind of mixed that up. Okay, I got a little confused there. I thought... Oh boy. I thought when they revive to the current unrest, but that's not what happens. They revive to the current round. Oh boy. Okay. Holy moly. And then the way you can actually get rid of them is you can remove a hit point with a range of 0. You can remove an enemy with a range of 0 hit points, and the tenacity cost for this enemy is equal to the health stat of the enemy. Okay. Wow. Okay. You can untrain skill dice, reducing the tenacity cost by 1 for each stat token or skill die untrained in this way. And I think, yeah, it's the health stat. So I think in this situation, do I flip these guys now? This is all really weird. No, yeah, you flip it immediately. So this, yeah, I basically have to pay 6 tenacity to purify this dude, which is obviously pretty crazy. Wow, man, that's... Ugh. That is pretty rough, man. Holy buckets. I'm really not sure how that's going to work. But okay, maybe we'll find something. Maybe we'll find a solution for that. All right. I mean, I got an idea, but boy, oh boy, oh boy, this guy is also 6. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll see. Now it's basically them. They will now attack, and we start with the big ones. So we start with the 20 ones, and that's kind of interesting. So first of all, now this guy has a range, and okay. So first of all, he takes a true damage, I think, because of the Bane, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's check that. Yeah, okay. And then he moves 1 single space, and I think, yeah, it's reduced the what is it? Ah, the mesmerize thing, is it? Yeah, he has now range and movement by 1. Okay, so let's say he moves here. All right, he wants to come closer to me, so he moves 1 space, and that's all he does. And then he just stops there, because his range is also not interesting, so nothing happens to him. So the next 20 unit is then this guy, and he can move up to 2 spaces, And because he has a stealth status die, he also goes after her. So he moves then 2 spaces down here, but he cannot reach her either. And he's got a range of 1, so he's good too. The next 20 units is this lady here. She cannot target him again because of the stealth, but she will attack her. So we take 3 dice and hope for the best. Okay, that wasn't so terrible, so we take 2 damage. That's not a big deal. We're in a good shape. Alright, then it's this dude here, the ogre. Yeah, he also attacks. He attacks with 3 dice, but his damage is halved because of the maim status. Oh, man, that's a good thing that it's halved. So that's another... The total damage rolls reduced by half. Yeah, wow. Okay, so he rolled 4, so I take another 2 damage. Man, that could have been really dangerous. Okay, and that's it. And the aggressive doesn't work. It's not rolled again. Now the problem is we also have to deal with the Orc Bandit. So the Orc Bandit moves over here now. And he also attacks me with 2 dice. Okay, that's 1. And he's got the aggressive, which allows him to reroll. That's another 1. So I take another 2 wounds. And I already realized that it was really important to do this dark exchange to give me some advantage here. And then we got the 1 guys. So, yeah, I mean, they cannot target him. So they will target a space adjacent. So I think this guy basically moves back here, trying to move around here and get here, so that he can target her. And boy, is she in a problematic situation here. And this guy basically just also moves 2 spaces. So I'm going to move him here, and she's also going to try to get... He also going to try to get closer there. All right, that is kind of tough. And now at the end of the turn, if I'm not mistaken, this guy basically awakes, and he gets 6 hit points. All right, there we go. Okay, let's go to turn 2. And while I can recover, and now I gotta make sure this works. If this doesn't work, man, I'm in massive trouble. So first I get back as 1 tenacity here, and yeah, I really got to get this going. I think I'm going to use this die and drain that and attack the harpy with my hickory ice staff. Okay, now let's hope that this is something happens here, right? Otherwise, I'm in a ton of trouble. Oh, fuck that, man. This is really hard to believe, right? I mean, this is now the 2nd time we rolled, well, this is actually drained and not rolled, that we rolled double tenacity. That's fucking ridiculous. So I gotta roll the status for the harpy. Okay, that is a maim, that's good. And I get 2 tenacity, which is fine. But, you know, I got to do the same thing again. I got to get back these 2 dice and try it again. I use again my power search. So I'm going to spend again 2 tenacity, get these 2 dice back. I do a second engage, and it doesn't really matter. I could basically engage whoever. It doesn't really help me to kill these people. Because they're pretty much just coming back and getting stronger. So, you know, I might as well just only use these 2 dice and hope for a reasonable result there. Okay, let's see. Okay, this time it worked. Wow, man, that was tough. And I can now actually flip this to this side thanks to that thing. And now 1, 2, 3. That didn't really work. Well, actually it does. I'm gonna place this die on that. I mean, I could also, I think, yeah, I want to place it on this space here. Still brings me into trouble with some of these other guys, though. I mean, maybe I should kill the harpy. That is possible for me. You know, yeah, I think I want to do that. I'm going to use again my dark exchange. Yeah. Yeah. I need more life points. So I'm going to get... She's not dead though, right? Oh, fuck that. That is a problem. I mean, I will get teleported here, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I don't have additional range, which kind of sucks. Because the others can reach me. I mean, of course, I could use him, try to fight them, but then it's going to be very hard for me to actually get into the dungeon, right? I wanted to move with him now in the dungeon and start the delve. But that means I'm going to take attack from these 3 guys, which is not what I want. Well, actually, I would only take attack from 2 of them, right? Because, yeah, they cannot... Well, you know... not really. No, I will get attacked by all 3 of them. That sucks. That's not good. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I think I want to kill the harpy. I'm going to use the fracturing poison. And she's got a defense of 3. Deal 1 targetable enemy true damage equal to its defense stat. So I will do this. And that means that... Yeah, that means the harpy. But you know, man, this is so fucked up. I mean, this is also... Maybe I don't have to. Yeah, okay. So that means the harpy is now gone. And it becomes a level 10 creature, which is still ugly. But I think it's not quite as bad. And it will only be a problem in the next turn and not in this turn. Okay. Fine. Okay, and oh, wait a minute. I used. Yeah, no, that is true. I have to do this, yeah. And I cannot. I have 3 of these left, so I could get another 2. I have 3 tenacity left, so I could get another 2 tenacity. I could get another 2 life points by doing the dark exchange, and it feels like this is something I have to do, because otherwise I just don't have enough. I just don't have enough movement points. So I'm thinking about maybe taking the 2 hit points from this guy here. I need more. Yeah, I need more sanity, whatever you want to call it, right? I mean, I need more health points here, not sanity. I need more health points. All right. So that's it. That was a little complicated, but I think I have now a setup which at least let me survive the turn. But yeah, it's not great. Gotta be honest here. This is all not great. It's tough. It's a tough ending here. Okay, so now it is the other guy, and here's what I want to do. I want to play my caramelized goat nibbles. Discard this item, then heal a targetable level 1 or 5 animal to full hit points. That enemy becomes a companion controlled by you for the rest of the battle. Okay, so we got this targetable 5 enemy, the bear. He's got 6 hit points now. Oh, he would have actually respawned only with 1. Because, yeah, but it doesn't matter. So now he has 6 hit points, and he's our companion. And this thing goes away. So that means we have 1 enemy less. That is good. And we can move him away, and maybe we can use him to protect us somehow. That could work out. So now what I want to do is, I still got a movement of 4 for free now. So I think I'm just going to move in here now. 1, 2, 3. And then I auto-explore, and I'm going to draw a Delph card. The traps I will redraw, because I got that special information. Okay, that is already the first Sky Shard. All right, armed guards. So this is not a trap, that's just a Sky Shard. And let's see what we get here. Okay, so this is the tile we found. We still have 1 movement left from this thing here, right? So this is basically a free movement. And so we got to deploy 2 level 5 and a level 1 unit here, and I still got my Velothi Farseus charm, which allows me to basically draw 2 level 5 units each time I draw 1, and then choose 1, and I'm going to do that off camera. Alright, so this is kind of rough. So we got to add 2 hit points as soon as we enter this area here, because of this special ability here. Add 2 hit points to each enemy occupying this tile. Yeah, so we got here a Breton Marauder, who's not terribly dangerous, I think. This Wisp Mother with 3 attack dice kind of sucks. Also has a very high range, so this is a problem. And then we got the zombie here, which is not a big deal. But he's got the rot, which also does damage. Oh man, this isn't great. These guys are not good. They are actually quite dangerous. All right. I mean, what can I do? At least I got my first sky shard, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, so if I move in, which I do now, I got my first sky shard. So let's give them all 2 more. And that's not good. Wow. Yeah, all right. And then I can reduce this by 2, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's see. Okay, if each wait, okay, at this time you may decrease unrest by an addition. No, wait a second here. After each time a sky shard is gained, you may decrease unrest by up to 2. At this time, you may decrease unrest by an additional 1 if each adventurer gains 1 light fatigue. This may be done multiple times. If a sky shard is gained while unrest is at 0, quest unit Lick des Landra deploys. Okay. Wow. Wait a minute. Oh, man. Oh! Okay, that's another thing here. Enemies deployed to delve tiles deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest, not exceeding their health stat. So that was 5. So that means this guy should have had 1 less health point. Right. Okay. Well, well. Fine. Okay. Okay, now I moved my 4 spaces at the start of the turn, and now all of these go away. So I don't have the movement bonus anymore. I get a combat die. That's it. Now the question is, I could, at that point, each adventurer could take 3 additional light fatigue, and then des Landra would spawn. And this is tempting. Do I want to do that? Let's see. Would I be okay if I have 3 additional fatigue in here? Not really, huh? However, I could do this, for example, deal a targetable enemy damage equal to the number of fatigue dice in your cooldown track. If this damage defeats that enemy, remove up to 2 fatigue from your cooldown track. So that means if I do this in a clever way, I could basically remove 2 of the 3 that I would invest now. That could be worth it. And then we have her on the board. That's not her. That's her. Okay. Well, she does quite a lot of damage. I don't know if that's such a great idea. I don't feel ready for this, but the question is, will I ever be ready? I mean, this style will go away if I start doing damage. It's actually interesting. All these guys will not attack me as long as I don't do damage. because I have my stealth dice. So I might even consider doing this, or maybe just exploring a little more. Man, there's a lot of decisions to make here. Maybe I shouldn't attack. Maybe I should wait until I get these back. And maybe then I should attack, get rid of the stealth dice. This actually might be an option. Oh dear. Let me think about that for a minute. You know, the problem is if I don't let myself get attacked, she gets into trouble, because then she will get attacked by the zombie and by the Wisp Mother. She will get attacked by the Wisp Mother anyway, because of the range of 4. So this is all really, really bad. This is really actually already a situation where I think this game is pretty much over. I mean, I got the monkey here, which helps maybe. But this is not looking good at all anymore. Is there a way for me to get the stealth die? I don't think so. I could have tried this one, but it's pretty much over. Yeah. So I think I just have to try to kill as many of these guys as possible. So what I want to do is I want to try to... What is the decay? The unit gets 1 true damage at the end of its turn. Okay. So I think I want to simply use... You know, maybe I should actually... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to go more in the defensive stance for now. And I'm going to use these 3 dice, or these 4 dice, and these dice here. And I want to attack the Breton Marauder. Well, let's see. I'm going to use my Calcinium Mace now, which allows me to take 2 additional dice. Well, I mean, that was actually a pretty good hit. That was a good one. Okay, so I do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage against this guy. So he's down to 1. Pretty good. I mean, not perfect, but man, that was really good. Sadly, I cannot ignore his armor because I cannot use the Void Steel Axe. I had to use this, but this was really good. Then I take these 2, they go in here, and I got this one here too. Now I wonder if I should use that. This is the exhaust any number of shield discipline dice from your active slots and deal 3 damage to your target for each die exhausted this way. Now this is a pretty big overkill against him, but I could do this, and you know, I think I want to do that. I'm going to use this. This is actually not even... Yeah, I'm going to use these 2, and I'm going to deal 3 damage, twice 3 damage against this guy, the zombie. All right. So okay, I mean that was not bad, right? I dealt a lot of damage. I'm gonna take. Oh man, this is rough. Do I want to take that risk? Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Fuck it. I mean, they're nearly both dead. This is a pretty good start. But they're not, they are not dead, right? Yeah, okay. Anyway. If I just exhaust one, you know, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna only exhaust one. I'm gonna let the zombie, I'm gonna let him alive with his, I think he had 7, right? Instead, I'm gonna simply kill this guy. I'm gonna only take one away. These 2 dice go away, and I think that's okay. And I'm gonna leave this here. I want to be a little more careful here. Okay, cool. So the zombie is done, and no, this is the Breton Marauder. So he got killed. Yeah. And these are not flipped, because only the ones here on the clash space will come back, not the ones that are in here. Alright, that's it. And now we gotta activate the enemies. Okay, so before I'm gonna activate the enemies. I want to activate this guy here, the bear, which is now my companion, and I'm thinking about just moving him simply here, so that he doesn't go in the middle of here and is immediately killed, which would suck if I kind of teleport here. And on the other hand, he can draw the Red Guard Bandit away from the Dark Elf. So that should work then. Okay, so that's it. And now the others all activate. So let's start again with him. He loses 1 here. And now, where is he going? Well, I assume... Yeah, I assume he simply moves up here. The others are not within reach, so I guess he simply moves here. Then we got this guy here, the Goblin Butcher, and... yeah, so he will move now 1, 2 spaces right here, trying to attack her, and that means she will now immediately be transported over here. And then this die goes into the cooldown. All right. So then we got this guy here, the ogre, and well, I can only assume he also moves 2 spaces, so he moves here basically, trying to reach the other guys by this way here. And then we got over here the 5-point lady, and she's got a range of 4, so this is already a target. She doesn't move. She simply uses 3 attack dice against the Argonian. Okay, these are 4 hits. This is pretty rough. Now let me see what I can do. I got the timely escape. This is enduring, so I can force her to reroll and engage, because I got 4 tenacity. Okay, that's again 4. That's pretty impressive. And I don't want to take that damage. Instead, once per battle, when you would be dealt damage, prevent all of that damage. So I will do this. I'm going to use my special ability. Simply place a marker here. Okay, and nothing happens here. And then we go to the level 1 enemies, and we start with the zombie. And if I'm not mistaken, the zombie loses a hit point because of the decay trait. Now let me see here. At the end of this unit's turn, it is dealt 1 true damage. Alright, so he attacks with 2 dice. Okay, that's 2 hits, 2 damage. So I'm going to prevent 1 from happening, and I'm going to take the other 1. Okay. And then the zombie loses 1 because of the decay. Now we're going to move the other enemies, the level 1 enemies. We got this guy here, the Red Guard Bandit. He moves to the closest enemy, which is the bear. And he has a single attack die. So the bear takes a damage. Next we have the Orc Bandit. And he moves 2 spaces. To the closest target, and he wants to move to the strongest target, which is basically both of us. Now, will he move here and try to attack us both? He could do it. But can I avoid? Is that really mandatory, right? Will he move in the best possible way or not? Let me see. Yeah, so the rules are really clear about this. I can decide. So I have to pick a destination hex, and this is going to be a hex that allows him to target the closest hex that allows him to target a unit. So this would be one of these 2 hexes, right? And if there's a tie between the hexes, he goes towards the target which is indicated here, which is the stronger one. Now, because both have 5 hit points, there is again a tie, and then I can choose which hex he wants to go. If this guy would still have 6 hit points, he actually would move here. But because there is now a tie, I can simply move him against her, and I'm allowed to move him here, and in this way he will only attack her and not the bear, which is good. Okay. So now she will get attacked by him. We got 2 dice, and he can reroll a miss once. Okay, these are 3 damage. That's not good, but all right. 1, 2, 3. So she's down to 2. Pretty rough. The Orc Bandit. And now we got this Guar left, and he has a range of 1, so he also wants to move against this guy, against the bear, the stronger one. So he wants to go to this target basically, which means he simply moves here. Alright, I think we're done here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure now we gotta, the giant bat will respawn, and with a number of hit points equal to the turn. So we got 2 hit points for the giant bat here. Alright, so that's the end of the turn, and now turn 3. Let me see what I can do now. Okay, so first the sorceress gets another tenacity, then we can recover these. Now let's see what the plan is. So what's interesting, we have here a cache. But the problem is, this is not in line of sight because there's a tile in between. But that's okay. I could move here. You know, I think I'm actually going to do this. I think I simply move here. Got to be a little careful because of the orc bandit. But Okay, let me think about it. I think that's what I want to do. I want to move here, and then yeah, I know what I want to do. I got this Breton Marauder here, but so the thing is, I could use my Tempered Soul, select any level 1 and 5 from the defeated stack, but I got to drain this thing. So I'm thinking about either using the Breton Marauder right away, but it would be also interesting to tape the Wisp Mother. If I kill her, I mean, she has 3 attack points, which is pretty cool. So that might be valuable. Maybe that's what I want to do. Maybe I want to try to get her. So if I use this thing here, yeah, that's really tempting. So we got. Let me see how this exactly works. Deployed with full hit points to an unoccupied adjacent hex. All right. Yeah, that would be nice, actually. I might want to use this again, maybe. Now might be the time to take, yeah. Okay, so what I want to do is, before I roll a die, I want to use my power surge and help him. Recover the leftmost number of dice from their cooldown track equal to the additional amount spent plus 1. So I'm thinking about spending 2. So he can recover these 2. This brings all this stuff down. This goes back in here. And he can also take this. So that helps him a little bit. And I also, if I should roll poorly and I would gain tenacity instead of doing these effects, I would not lose tenacity. All right, so let me think about that. I wanted to use this die of force shock, and then the idea was to do this. And now I actually want to attack the Wisp Mother back there. And yeah, I'm not, I might actually move here. I think I want to move here, because if I then kill the Wisp Mother, I get the option to spawn, if this works out, I get the option to spawn her maybe in this tile, and I could immediately attack the zombie. So that sounds like a cool option to me. Yeah, let's try to do this. We'll see how it works. I'm going to attack. So basically, I'm going to attack the cache here, make that explode, and I'm going to attack the Wisp Mother with my force, with my force shock. Oh, and again, oh dear, look at that. Okay, I'm kind of happy. I made room for tenacity, that's for sure. So we're here now at the maximum. Oh boy. Wow, was that bad. All right, so what am I going to do? I think I'm wondering what to do with the bear. Huh. So I want to do the Dark Exchange again. Gonna spend a couple of these. Huh. The Unholy Knowledge. Change anyone's status die in any adventurous cooldown track to a side of your choice. Now I could do this. Is that a good choice? Nah, not really. Most of this stuff is honestly not that great. At least I have a feeling. Okay, anyway, so I play the Dark Exchange. This is a good one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove 2 here. And I wonder if I should give it to myself, or I think actually I want to give that to the bear. Because, yeah, this guy's just, he's my armor, basically. He protects me from all these guys, and he's pretty awesome. So I'm going to push the bear as my companion here. And if things go wrong, I still have this monkey, which I can give hit points, and I can basically sacrifice the monkey. All right, so that's the end of my activation now. It wasn't quite what I expected, but okay. And then we got again the Argonian. So he does a cooldown now, which means this thing goes back here. And I can take these 3. And now we can do some huge attack with these two-handed weapons. And okay, let me see. Yeah. I don't want to explore right away. It feels to me I have to kill these guys before I can do anything else. I'm just not that strong. Now let me see how much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, that is not bad. So now I'm going to use the balanced blade. I'm going to go wild with these, and maybe I'm not sure if I want to take one of these. The rapid maneuver. You may move through enemies, deal 2 damage to each enemy you moved through. That's pretty good. I could do this. You know, I'm actually going to use these 2, I think, and then we'll see what happens. The problem is I'm pretty much at the top here. I wonder if I should spend some tenacity now in case I roll some shitty stuff. Actually, I could do the caltrops. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I think I want to do this. I'm going to use the caltrops, and I can move for free up to 3 spaces, so I will simply move here. And then each enemy adjacent to me attacks himself. So that means ignoring her skills. So that means she attacks with 3 dice herself. Okay, that was a pretty good one. So she loses 3 health. 1, 2, 3. That's excellent. And then this guy here uses 2 to attack himself. Okay, that's just a single one, but that is... I mean, okay. So that was definitely not bad. Now I can use a couple of dice. I'm not even sure if I want to use all of these. Actually, I can only roll up to 5 dice because I only have up to 5 stamina. Good question. Yeah. I think I want to use these. Is that... Not sure if it's going to be enough to kill the zombie, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's go for it. So I'm going to attack the... I'm not even sure... Yeah, I think I want to attack the Wisp Mother. Yeah, let's do that. She's more dangerous than the zombie. Okay, that was a good one, I think. So we got our balanced blade, which is valuable because this helps us avoiding fatigue. I get a tenacity. All right, and this one here allows me to move through enemies and do 2 damage. And then we got this stuff here. And I haven't moved yet. I just used the caltrop, so I can still move. So now we got this stuff, and that's pretty good. So we got the That is deal 2 damage to your target, and in addition, it's deal damage to your target equal to your current hit points. Deal half of this damage, rounded up to all other enemies adjacent to you. Alright, so that means I definitely can kill her. There's no doubt about that. She goes away. And then my current hit points are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I deal 4 damage against the zombie. Sweet. Alright, that's good. And now what? I did damage, so the die goes away. Okay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I can still move. So I basically can now kill the zombie simply by moving through him. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do that. I mean, why not? So the zombie, let me check that. It was the rot. Okay, I would gain 1 over fatigue, but that's okay. So I'm going to move here, simply move through him, move here, and then I'm going to move here, and the next turn I can open this space here. Now I might actually consider going here, but I don't want to use my lockpick things, and maybe these caches are more valuable for her to blow up. So the zombie goes away, and oh, I guess we don't need that anymore. He does a rot, so that means I take an over fatigue, but because of my balanced blade, I can't place the over fatigue in here. So that's nice, and that means we killed all these guys in here, which is great, obviously. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. Now I can move the bear, and again it kind of sucks that I cannot attack and then move. It really seems with these companions you have to move and then attack. That is not great. So otherwise I could attack this guy and then move away, but I think it's not possible. So what I'm going to do instead is, I guess I simply move here and again protect her from the attacks of the bandit, of these 2 bandits actually. Alright. So that is then the end of this turn for me, and now we activate the other guys. We start with this dude, the Storm Atronak. He's got the Bane. He takes another damage, another true damage, so he is killed now. And this is flipped. This goes away. I get this die back. And on the other side we got here a Bannequin. Okay, so this guy is killed. That was already pretty good. And then we got this 20. And he moves here, simply. 2 spaces. This is a 10 pointer. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious that he moves here. I got this 10 pointer here, moves here. And now we only have the 1 pointers left. So that means we got this guy who moves here and attacks with a die. Okay, that's one hit against the bear. Then we got the orc bandit also moving in here, attacking with 2 dice the bear. 2 hits. Wait a minute, he's down to... Yeah, no, I think he's fine. I think he's at 4 now. And then we got... this guy already moved, so we only have this guy left, right? So he basically, I guess we can move him here. So his goal is to move here. Okay, and that's it. At the end of the turn, go to round 4. And obviously things are getting more and more ugly. Oh no, this guy actually respawns with 3 hit points equal to the number of the round. So round 3. Okay. So we start a new turn. So I'm going to recover these. I wonder how the explore action works. Can I look through this guy with an action? It was not that clever. I should have left this room open here, but okay. I mean, I can explore here. That's not really what I want. I might just move here 2 steps. First I get a tenacity. And that leaves me again time to try to summon a couple of guys. Yeah, let's give it a shot. So we got these. What else do I want? Let me see if I can explore. I might actually want to do that. Yeah, so I can actually explore as an action. It's basically similar to the engage action. I can just do the action. And I have to be able to target an explorable space, which is this one here where this guy is standing. And it has to be within my range of stamina, which is the case. So I could also explore here if I wanted to, but I want to explore there. And so I'm simply going to draw another card. And this is excellent. So this is another sky shard, the marshalling yard. And that was obviously great that we found that, although it's a big one. So we see, deploy an enemy to an unoccupied hex on as many tiles with swarmed as possible. Okay, there is no swarmed. The enemy's level corresponds to the current unrest as outlined below. Each enemy deploys with +2 hit points. So we got an unrest of 10s, which is level 5. Okay. But that has no effect because there are no swarmed hexes. and no swamp tiles. Still, we got a level 1, a level 10, and a level 5 dude, which is a little rough. And we got a legendary item, so let's see, yeah, we got to get this tile here. Okay, so it's a little hard. I can barely get there. It's very hard for me to reach this. So back there we have a troll. Here we have a mudcap, and the skeleton mage is right here. Now, the thing is, because of the special rules, the monsters in the delve only deploy with a strength equal to the unrest. So they only have a strength of 3, which is really not a big deal. So this is the marshalling yard. Yeah, okay, so okay, and now we have to find a cache, and I'm going to place that back here, I guess, and that's it. Okay, so I just moved and I explored, and I didn't do anything else until now. So now, what is it that I want to do? I still got my very powerful ancient knowledge that I haven't used. I'm not sure if I want to use that here, though. Yeah, so what am I aiming for? Three, four. This thing is no longer within range. Yeah, I only have a magic of 4, so this thing is not within range. I think I cannot blow this up. I'm not even sure if I want to, though. What about... I mean, I could try to maybe... yeah, I know what I want to do. I want to try again to summon a few creatures, and then maybe oops. I want to attack the skeleton mage, and with my force shock, and I want to summon a few of the creatures here. Is that really what I want to do? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Let's do that. Okay. Now that kind of worked out, at least. So I wanted to summon the Wisp Mother, which is this one, right? So first, I'm going to get again 2 tenacity, which brings me to 5. And so let's see. This is pretty easy. That simply gives me 2 damage to this guy, so he takes a single wound. No big deal here because he has 1 armor. And then we got here the Tempered Soul. Select any level 1 of 5 enemy from the defeated stack deployed with full hit points to an unoccupied adjacent hex. This is now a companion controlled by you. This companion is removed at the end of the battle. Okay, so that means we got to drain... where's the die? Cool. Oh, it's down here. We got to drain this die, it goes away. But I can take now her with 4 hit points, but she is ethereal. That means if she gets attacked, I think she can ignore 2 damage. Let me quickly check that. That was the reason why I wanted her. If she takes a non-magical attack. Ethereal. Oh, it's by an adventurer. Oh, that was dumb then. Well, you know, then I'm actually... I'm not even sure if I want to take her then. But she's got a good range too. So yeah, no, I think I'm going to take her. And she has a recover. Let me see what that says. At the start of this turn, unit's turn, it heals for 2 hit points. Yeah, she's great. I'm going to take her. The Wisp Mother. So she is now our ally. And the question is, where do I deploy her? Do I send her on this side to deal with these guys? Or do I send her over there to deal with the other guys? You know, I think I'm actually going to send her here. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to send her here. It's going to be fine there. And so what else do I want to do now? Let me see. Yeah, that was that. I think I'm done. Ah, yeah, I got full tenacity. So I probably should do another dark exchange here. Yeah, why not? I think I'm simply going to kill the skeleton mage. Why not? Let's do that. I can simply do this. Skeleton mage goes away. I mean, he would be also interesting. That would be also an interesting dude. He would have been probably even better. That was stupid. I should have taken the skeleton mage instead of the Wisp Mother, but that was too late now. He can attack 2 people at the same time. He doesn't have such a high range, but he still is good. He does the same amount of damage, but he can attack 2 people at the same time, which is pretty cool. But okay, anyway, the skeleton mage is done, and I can give the 2 hit points to him. I cannot give it to him, sadly, because he is not in range, I guess. Let me quickly check that, though. I gotta check that. Actually, I think this guy is in range. It's just not in sight. And I think sight is important if I want to target a unit. But this is not really a target. It just says to any other unit in range. So I'm pretty sure I can actually simply give... So did I give him already the 2? I think I did. So I think I'm going to give them to the bear instead. So that he stays safe here. All right. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of cool, I think. And now let me see. Yeah, that's pretty much then. Oh, is it? Yeah, that's the end of my turn here. Well, I wasn't so bad. And now let me see. I got this guy now. So first, again, we can recover dice. So this goes back here, and we get our 3 combat dice back. I have this going on here, which doesn't really... Well, it might help me against the mud crab. Let me see quickly. The Stalwart. What does that do? This unit cannot lose more than 1 hit point in a single turn. Okay. Well... Now, the thing is, if you know, what I want to do is, I think I want to simply enter here. And this now triggers this gives me the sky shard. The moment I enter this tile, I get the Sky Shard. Nice. Now I can choose to gain a light fatigue, each of us, and I will, and also this lady will, and that now brings this thing down to 0, right? 2 for the Sky Shard and an additional 1 for the light fatigue. All right, so what does that mean? I think it means the next time we gain a Sky Shard, Deslandra deploys. Okay. She deploys with full hit points. Okay. And the thing is now, and this is a little weird, here it says, where it does, here, non-quest enemies deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest. Wait a minute, but this is the setup. Ooh, maybe I fucked that up. Oh, I might have fucked that up actually. No, I actually played it right. Enemies deployed to delve tiles deploy with hit points equal to the current unrest, not exceeding their health stat. Now that means, in my opinion, if I enter now a new hex tile, no new units will deploy. It's not going to happen because the health, the unrest is 0. So I just have to find now 1 more Sky Shard, and then Deslandra will appear. That's the way I see it. So let's try to find that, I guess. So this was my first action. I can move. Let me see. How many spaces I can move? I can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. All right. Yeah, fine. So, I think what I want to do is I'm going to move through this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and that sucker loses a hit point. And then I basically just jumped on him. He can only lose a single hit point, right? But okay. And now I'm going to explore this thing, and I'm obviously hoping for another Sky Shard. And look at that, we found one. That's fantastic. Okay, cool. So that's totally amazing, because that means now we can finally spawn the lady. Just a second though. We still have to enter that tile though, right? Because technically we don't have the Sky Shard yet. We only get it when we enter the tile. But I still have movement points left. So we also have a legendary item in here. And so do I want to enter this thing or not? Do I want her to spawn or not? She deploys with full hit points. Okay. Huh. So she's got this stupid penumbra thing. I guess she simply goes to the weakest allied non-quest unit and assumes that unit's hit points and status dice. Huh. That's interesting. If I play that in a clever way, I might be able to pull that off. Maybe I want to wait. I think I wait a little longer. There is actually no need to spawn her right now. And yeah, as long as I don't enter this, I don't get the sky shard. And as long as I get the sky, I don't get the sky shard, she also won't spawn. So I'm pretty sure about that, but let me quickly check that. You know, it's pretty clear about that. As long as I don't enter this, she doesn't spawn. So I think for the moment, I'm okay just hanging out there and doing nothing, basically. And yeah, just prepare for this, because once I kill her, she will only jump to the weakest creature, and I want to make sure that this creature is really in a bad shape. For example, if she has a maim, die, right, that would make her significantly less powerful. Yeah, so I think I'm going to try something like that. So first, I want to move So another thing is, and I already mentioned that now a ton of times, when you kill someone here, they flip and come back, right? And by now they would already have a strength of 4. But the thing is, this happens only if they kill them on this clash mat. If I kill them on a delve tile, they won't come back. So I'm thinking about just luring them in here, and then I'm going to kill them all in here, and they simply die. Right? And then when pretty much everybody's gone, and it might take some time, okay, so we got to take some fatigue, I guess. But then if everybody's gone, we can still kind of try to kill Deslandra. That is my plan here, and I hope it works. So what I want to do is, again, I'm just going to move in here, and I want to bring these guys into these spaces so that they're out of here, and then I can finally attack them and try to kill them, right? So I move here, and then she will attack the troll back there. So she's got 3 attack dice, and he's got, he's got 2 armor, right? So we'll see how bad this all works out. Oh, whoa, that's insanity. 5 hits. Yeah, she's my girl. This is exactly what I wanted. She managed to kill the troll, so it was definitely worth waiting for her. And that was just fucking awesome. So the troll is gone. Absolutely fantastic. Seems like we got things pretty much under control. And yeah, that's nice. So now we got to activate the enemies. We start with the Goblin Butcher, and yeah, the only clean path towards us would be basically this way here. So he tries to come closer to us this way. And then we got the level 10 creatures. So we got the Ogre, who moves simply here. And then we got this guy. And will he move here? That doesn't bring him closer to us, I guess. So, nah, he doesn't move at all, I guess. Level 5 guy. Oh, and this guy here. Yeah, I guess he simply moves here, right? Then we got no level 5 dudes left. So that means we activate now the level 1 units. So we start with the Orc Bandit moving here, attacking the bear. And now they're finally out of this cursed plain or the cursed swamp or whatever. And if we kill these guys now, they're dead. So let's attack the bear. That's 3 damage. That's a bit painful, but okay. Then we're gonna activate the Red Guard Bandit. He moves here. It also attacks the bear. That's another damage, alright. Bear is down to 2. And okay, Didn't I spend... You know, I think I did not spend my tenacity for the Dark Exchange. I should have done that. But now I can do this next turn again, and I can bring him up to 5 again, which is going to be great. Okay, so then this guy activates, and he moves in here. And the mud crab will attack the wisp mother with a single die. That's a damage, but okay. I can recover from that, I guess, next turn. Okay, yeah, I mean, hey, things are looking just absolutely awesome, I guess. The only problem is we have to deal with the over fatigue eventually from next turn. That's a bit of a bummer, but yeah, we'll see. Somehow has to work out, I guess. There are not too many strong enemies left, right? I mean, let's face this. This is not terrible anymore. Okay, so we're gonna get this stuff back. And now, what's the goal here? It's not that easy to say, right? I think I want to try to summon again another Daedra, and then thinking about just attacking maybe the Red Guard Bandit with my Force Shock here. So let's go for that. Oh, that was again not good at all. But okay, I mean, maybe it wasn't that bad either. So let me see. First, oh, actually it was pretty good. Okay, so I can deal 4 damage to the target. So I can bring this guy down to 2, which is cool. But I have to give him a true damage to any one adventurer. That's okay. And that was the same, right? I'm not going to use that, I think. I don't think I need that, to be honest. Maybe I will. Okay, so yeah, No, I'm not going to use the other one because I don't want to give anybody the damage. However, I could kill both of these guys. I could kill him. But I kind of want to push this guy, I think. Huh. Well, yeah, no, I don't think I want to do that actually. I don't think I want to use the other one. Instead, I'm going to get one tenacity again. And I'm going to get another, this one is from the start of the turn, and I'm going to get another one. And yeah, I'm thinking about actually spending this, again, 3 tenacity to kill the Orc Bandit. Ah, god damn, he's got... I see. Yeah, I'm going to take 2 tenacity from the Orc Bandit and give that again to the bear. Right, okay. And this is it, but then I'm allowed to move with her. Whoa, is this here? Is that supposed to be here? Nah, I don't know where this comes from. Why is that here? I got no clue why this is here, but I'm pretty sure that should not be here. So this, I'm going to move here, and I'm going to try to open this. Maybe I find something which allows me to get rid of over fatigue, which would be obviously great, because this could become an issue. So I need a 5, a 4, and a 6. Okay, we got a 6. I'm going to make this a 5 by taking a single fatigue. And now we only need a 4, and I got 2 more attempts. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to take that. I got a massive cooldown, so this is now a 4. And that means I can simply take that. And the shoulder-mounted parasol. I can spend 1 tenacity when you would gain any amount of light fatigue. Remove 1 light fatigue from your cooldown track instead. Yeah, so that really doesn't help that much, I guess. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Okay, so this goes away then. Well, it was worth the attempt, I guess. Okay, that's it. And now we activate our guys. So the bear will now attack both of them. He can do that. He can attack an unlimited number of adjacent guys. So that's what he does. He has 3. Wait a minute. That was actually maim, right? He has 3 attack dice. Oh, that was awful. Okay, so he does 1. No, he does no damage to everybody because they both have a shield of 1. Fuck that. And then, but that's the cool part, he does maim to each of them. So now their attack, their wound, their attack is basically halved, which is not at all impressive anymore. So that's cool. That makes this guy very strong, this maim ability. And now I will recover with the Wisp Mother to my full hit points. And thinking about moving, I might actually stay here and take just damage from the mud crab. I'm going to recover anyway. And then I'm going to attack this bandit. Try to kill him. with 3 dice. Yeah, that is wow, she's really good. So this fucker is gone. Nice. Excellent. So that's I could actually do something with him, but I don't really want to. I forgot that. You know, I think I'm going to move up here and simply, so that allows me to get these out of here. And I think I'm going to just try to open this chest. I'm going to use these dice. So these go down here. And I wonder, I don't know, man. Should I use these two? I could do this. I'm going to use these dice. And then we'll see what happens. So I'm going to open the chest. I need a 6, a 1, and a 3. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. That's actually... I'm going to do a... Yeah, first I'm going to open the chest with these, right? And then as an engage, I can use these dice. I don't think I need a target for that. Do I? I don't know. Let me see. If I just use these... When exhausting acrobatics... I'm not sure. It's not clear. I don't think so. I think I can just use them as an engage action without a target, I guess. Alright, so let's try to open this thing. There we go. Alright. So first of all, get a tenacity. That brings me to 3, I think. I got a 6 to unlock the box, which is great. Then I can manipulate dice. And I think what I want to do is, I'm going to make this a 6. I can manipulate 1 die. So this die becomes a 6. So now I got my first 6 here. And I'm going to take 1 light fatigue to make this a 3. Okay. And now I gotta roll a 1. And I got 3 more attempts. No. Ah, shit. Last attempt. Come on. So now the question is, do I take 2 fatigue for this? To get this legendary item. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I want that. You know, I have very little dice. The question now is, do I want, I think, do I want to use the dice? No, I'm not. I'm just going to relax next turn, get my cooldown clear, and then we'll see. And this is fine. And now I get the item. Maybe we find something useful. The Bloodthorn Signet. Discard this item during a town encounter. Yeah, that's exactly what we need. That's exactly what we need, man. This is total garbage. Shit. That was bad luck. That was really, really bad luck. Would have given us additional actions, but man, was this bad. Holy shit. Okay, so now we got to activate the Goblin Butcher. And basically we want to bring him here. Now let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, this is... I mean, it's the only way to get him here. So I guess I'm just going to move here. It's a little weird. because he's going to be blocked again pretty much. But yeah, he moves there and that's it. Then we got the ogre. And yeah, okay, I mean I'm gonna move the ogre now here, and that makes him vulnerable against attacks. But I'm not even sure if I want to start with the ogre or maybe with the giant bat, because the giant bat seems more dangerous than the ogre, because the ogre has the maim. Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to activate the bat first, bring her here, then the ogre moves here, this guy moves here, this guy doesn't move at all, and then the mud crab attacks again the wisp mother. Okay, and nothing happens. Great. So now basically we can really just try. Now we got these two guys here, and we can really just... Oh, actually this guy will attack. The bandit will attack the bear with a single die, and I think it's halved or something, right? So this is a 1. Is it rounded up or rounded down? This is the maim. Is rounded by half, then rounded down. Okay, so that means there is no effect to the attack. Cool. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, now basically I just have to take the time to try to kill these guys when they enter this space, and that's it, right? I mean, this is now just, yeah, and eventually I'm gonna activate the lick, probably, maybe, or I don't know, we'll see when we'll do that, and try to kill her as fast as possible, obviously. I mean, this is now, I think, not a big deal anymore. We still have a chance to spawn one of these guys. We fucked it up until now. It didn't really work. This die didn't work for me until now. But I can use that to spawn, and yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can do with these things, right? I feel I'm in a pretty good shape here. Okay, so it's the next morning and now I feel ready to finish this. We go into turn 6, and that means gotta take our first over fatigue. So this one goes here. He can put it in his active slots, which is obviously a big advantage in this situation. Alright, so what are we up to? Right here, and I also get, of course, a tenacity. And then I can recover up to 5 here. So that leaves me only with my over fatigue. All right. I mean, I guess probably want to kill the giant bat. That's pretty easy though. I mean, maybe not. He's got an armor of 2. What other options do we have here? So we can use this stuff. We got... Oh yeah, we still want to... I guess we still want to spawn... We're trying to try to summon... some Daedra here. I might use this. Yeah, why not? And let me see. Maybe What is this? Oh, that's the elemental rage. I think I'm gonna go with these 4 dice. And I cannot target the ogre yet. He's out of line of sight, sadly. Yeah. So I'm gonna go for the giant bat, I guess. All right. I mean, yeah. Again, I didn't manage to to summon my companion. That's really weird. I never get this done for some reason. Now let's see. We got gain 2 tenacity and deal 1 damage to any true adventurer. Wow. So that means I get overall 4 tenacity. Maybe no. I only take. Yeah. No. I'm gonna. I mean, I could only take 3 and avoid the true damage. I think I'm going to do that. I'm only going to take the 2 from this, avoid the true damage, and deal 2 damage to the target, which is obviously not enough here because it has 2 armor. But then I'm going to again use my Dark Exchange. I'm simply going to remove from the giant bat 2, and I'm going to give them again to the bear. All right, that's what we do. Yeah. And I guess I'm pretty much done here then. So now it's this guy over here. And yeah, again, I don't really know what to do with him. First I can remove 4. I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to spawn her yet. So maybe I'm just going to move in the direction of this tile again and basically just wait. Or do I want to bring him down? I don't really want to fight these guys already as long as they are in this space, so I don't really feel like that at all. Do I want to fight the mud crab? I mean, I could do this. But it just brings all these dice into play, which I want to hold back to attack this Landra at the end. So I think I'm just not going to do anything with him. I'm fine with that. Yeah. She attacks the mud crab. Yep, that's a hit. Oh. And she recovers 1. Is she, or is she already at... No, she's fine. Yeah, so that's pretty much it here. And I hope the bear can simply kill this guy. Maybe that was actually not a great idea. Maybe I should have attacked the bandit instead. But okay, let's see if the bear can do it. Got another one that looks pretty good. We need one more. Ah, shit. Didn't quite work. That sucks. He only loses one. That wasn't really that good. But okay, so now we start with the other guys. And this one moves here. Then I'm gonna take the ogre. He moves in 2 spaces to here, and he attacks the bear with 3 dice. Okay, that means 3 damage, but this is halved and then rounded down, so the bear only takes a single damage. Then we got this guy moving in here, and he's got a range of 3. So this is actually a problem. I didn't realize that. He's going to go against the bear and against her. So let's see. He might give her a hard hit. She's down to 2, but she's got the monkey, luckily. Okay, that's 3 damage. Wow, that, yeah, that sucked. I mean, the bear is down to 2. And we got to give the damage to the monkey. Otherwise we would be killed. So he can take up to 6. So yeah, that kind of sucked. I didn't had this guy on my mind, to be honest. And so then we activate him, and he moves simply here, I guess. And the mud crab attacks the wisp mother, and nothing happens there. All right. So now we go into the next turn, and again we get an over fatigue, one here and one here. Okay, so now it is definitely time to do some serious attacks here before things are getting too dangerous. I want to kill these 3 enemies this turn, so this goes back here. And we get all that. All right. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so the let me think about that for a second. It's not that easy. The sorceress, yeah, I think I wanna attack the Bannakin here, the level 10 creature. Okay, so finally we managed to spawn someone, which is good. This is this lady here, the Clan Fear. But before we do that, let's see how much damage we did. And actually we did a lot of damage. Deal 4 damage to your target and 1 true damage to any one adventurer. Okay, we got this twice. So that means we can give him 2 damage. And we managed to kill this guy here. So he's in a bad shape now. Gotta fix that somehow. All right, but that was pretty good. I mean, I'm actually thinking about taking one more damage, and it's a bit risky. I'm really not doing well, and maybe giving that to him instead. I think I want to do this. I'm gonna do it like this. All right. So I'm not in a good shape anymore, but I still got my monkey. So now we can summon Clan Fear. It's aggressive, and we'll place it right here. So I'm going to start with the Wisp Mother again, and want to try to attack the Ogre. No, first I have to activate him, but again, there's nothing really I'm going to do with him, it feels. I don't, I want to go for this final blow against her, have all my dice available, and then just move in and kill her, basically, if everybody else is dead. Now, what I could do, though, is, yeah, I don't think so. I'm okay here. I think I'm gonna wait with him to finish her off. Now, there is also this guy, which is rough, the Goblin Butcher. We got to kill him next turn, and then we'll see if what we can do here. Oh, by the way, all these go back here. Oh, I got a tenacity. I didn't realize that. That's cool. I got a tenacity from that. So I can do again the Dark Exchange at that point. Yeah, I think that's something I want to do. So yeah, I think actually I want to use the Dark Exchange and take away from the Ogre 2. And then maybe actually give that to him. And I mean, it's possible that the bear dies, but we also got this, which could be a problem. Do I want to keep the bear alive or not? I don't really know, to be honest. I could also give it to this guy, which is maybe a better choice. But the bear is more powerful than her. But she has a higher... actually I think I want to spawn her here. Although, yeah. He's got a range of 3, which is pretty good, actually. So I'm not sure if I want to give it to him, but he's got these things which... He's got a couple of extra... I'm going to give that to him. He's got a couple of abilities, of skills, which allow him to do damage depending on his hit points. So I think I'm actually going to give these extra hit points to him. And if the bear dies, well, okay, such is life then. Okay, so now let's see. I think at that point, I'm going to activate the... I'm going to activate the Wisp Mother again. 3 dice. I'm going to attack this guy here. The Ogre. Okay, these are 4 damage. So that's pretty good. That means... Takes 2 damage. Really nice. She's really, really good. She rolls fantastic. And now the clan fear activates, attacking also the ogre. He's got the aggressive, but we got to do 3 damage, so that's not going to be easy. But maybe we got a chance. Ah, we got it. Fantastic. My guys are doing great. My companions are doing fantastic. So I managed to kill the ogre. Excellent. And now it's only it's basically only this bandit left who is a danger for the bear, but not a real big one. So he will attack now the bandit. Oh, God, this bear is done, man. He's not in a good shape anymore. Yeah, that didn't work out. Okay, so, alright. So now, what happens is that the goblin butcher moves in here, and he can't do anything, and this guy sadly can't do it. If I would have killed him, then this guy would have moved there, and we could have killed them both, but in this way it would probably take another turn. So now the goblin bandit, the red guard bandit, will attack the bear. It's unlikely that he's successful though. Yeah, it's 1 damage, but because of the maim, nothing happens here. And then we got an attack by the mud crab. Okay, that's 1 damage against her, but she will recover that. Okay, so that was fine. Okay, cool. So we're doing good. Going to another turn. Now we're accumulating this shit here, these over fatigue, which isn't great. But we're also getting to the point where we can now really think about spawning this Landra. Okay, so first let's recover here. Get this stuff back. And now let's see what we can do here. So my goal is to kill this guy. So I'm probably going to take now my ancient knowledge. And oh yeah, I get 1 tenacity. I mean, that should not be a big deal, to be honest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that might be, that would be enough to kill this guy, but it has to work. If I take this, the ancient knowledge would do 6 damage, which is pretty good. Or I take these 2 instead. I'm not quite sure what I want to do here. But then obviously I would do much less damage. So you know what? I'm actually trying to do it with only these 2. Hope to do a ton of damage to the goblin butcher. Yeah, okay, that worked out. Great. So for every available magic skill die we do a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage against this guy, which means he takes 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's left with only 1. This is drained. And yeah, you know, well, I think what I want to do is I think at that point we still have. So here's the thing, if I kill this guy, he's at 0 hit points at the end, but if I then kill in the same turn this Landra, she's gonna skip this guy because he's at 0 hit points. So this might be an option for me to do it. Yeah, why not? So I think, you know, what I want to do is Let me see. Let me see what I want to do here. I really feel like I want to activate Desalandra this turn. So I'm going to spend 1, 2, 3 to take away 1 here and kill the Goblin Butcher. And so whom do I give this hit point to? Do I give that again to him, or do I take that myself maybe to protect myself a little better? But you know, if I play this in a clever way, I think I give it to him. Screw it. He takes that, and now yeah. I mean, she might. Yeah, okay. I think he moves in and tries to kill this Landra now. So he moves in here, and that will spawn Deslandra. So she ends up with 6 hit points. But I mean, honestly, that is not a big deal. I think even the Balanced Blade should be enough to kill her already, just in a single turn, basically. Let's see what we can do. If I remove the Balanced Blade, you may drain this die and do 2 damage to an adjacent enemy for each over fatigue in your active slots. Then place all over fatigue. Yeah, so I basically can simply kill her. That's a bit of a that's a bit of a bummer, right? But I mean, yeah. I guess I can just do that, and yeah, okay. Let's fucking do it. I just kill her, right? I just remove these 3. I drain the die, use my Balanced Blade, and I do exactly 6 damage, and that's it. That wasn't too that wasn't too impressive, right? But okay, I mean, that was basically what I was planning for, so that's why I held back with him constantly. And now she moves to the weakest unit, which means she now becomes the Mud Crab, basically. With a single health point. That's the Penumbra. Okay, so now basically what I want to do is I would try to kill these guys. And we'll see. Maybe I find time to kill the Mud Crab, maybe not. So I'm going to use the bear here. 1, 2. And yeah, the bear can attack both of these units with a strength of 3. So, I mean, if I do 3 damage, they're all killed, right? They're both gone. And then I probably win the game. I mean, that's probably it then. So, but I have to do the 3 damage, and I don't know if I can do that. It's just 2. So that wasn't quite enough, but maybe that is actually not that bad. Well, okay, I mean, it's just 2 damage, which means this guy is killed. Oh, and by the way, Deslandra has a rot. So I think this guy actually will take an over fatigue, if I'm not mistaken. That's the rot. I'm pretty sure about that. So he takes another over fatigue from killing Deslandra. Okay, so I managed to kill this this guy, and he takes 2 damage, but not all of them. But I mean, come on, that's still pretty good. Okay, yeah, I mean, that should not be a big deal now. I'm just gonna... This guy has a range of 3, but I have to make sure that I also get into sight, I think. So I'm going to move this guy 2 spaces. Wait a second, maybe I can make it... She cannot move into sight, no, because there would be this tile in between. So I'm going to move here, and then I'm going to attack the... No, we got to do it the other way around, of course. I'm going to attack the mud crab first, because I got to reroll with aggressive. So I'm going to attack the mud crab Deslandra first. That should not be a big problem. I got 3 attack dice. And yeah, okay, great. So we managed to kill her again. And that means she now goes to this guy and also has just a single hit point. And now, Clanfear, he can basically move exactly here, and he can now kill her off. We got 2, and we can re-roll the missed dice once, and we only have to do a single damage. And that's it. Awesome! Clanfear managed to kill Deslandra. Last hit point goes away. We're done. And the bear even did survive. Fantastic. Okay, so let's go to the epilogue of Waking Nightmares. The dead have been restored to rest, now joined by many who were recently among the living. Your first thought is to seek the assistance of the Lion Guard to bury the freshly unearthed corpses littering the battlefield. It's grim work, but you take solace in the fact that you prevented these honored dead from once again being wielded in aggression. They deserve more peace than Deslandra would have given them. That's it. It's the end of the story, the end of the campaign, and the end of the playthrough. Now, usually I do my thoughts here, but I'm actually thinking about doing a small review about this. It's an interesting game for sure, and I think I'm going to be back in the next days and do a small review of this. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the playthrough, and hope to see you then. Bye.